I was wrong in doing what I did.
No, no! No! Are you listening?
Oh my God, The Marvels is exactly what we thought it was going to be. Any of us with insider knowledge, with people who work in that industry and that sphere, we knew. And truthfully, with all of the children that are now in power, it's not a shock that controlled rumors are being leaked. Rumors probably started by some of these cast members. You know what the defense of this garbage trailer is going to be for the Marvels. It's going to be racism, sexism, bigotry. Looking at this image right now, you see Brie the bitch, Queen Brie. You see Kamala Harris stand-in. You see a character with Kamala's name. And what is most likely a beta soy boy or LGBT dude in the back who's going to get murdered and need to be saved by 3 women. There is a little bit of justice here. A little bit of sweet justice. Brie Larson had her own booth. And just before she was to come out and sign autographs, they were frantically on the PA system. Attention everyone, attention everyone. Brie Larson will be signing autographs. And the reason for this is that there were only 30 people or less waiting for her to sit down and get her autograph. What we are seeing right now, we are seeing what happens when these quote-unquote movie stars associate Twitter with real life. They can be as snarky and as obnoxious as they want. They don't understand that a lot of their followers are there only to hear how absolutely stupid the things they say will sound. Guess who wasn't in line for this bitch? No pink or blue haired psychos. All of those people that talk about her feet and worship her and warn her about NFTs and how NFTs are ruining the environment, none of them were there. Nobody was there in support of this film. Now, the people in the audience did the typical clap. I can't believe we're seeing it first. This is so epic. Queen Brie, you're amazing. They clapped. But how many of these people are actually going to go support this movie? I don't think many. And I know for damn sure I will not be going. You cannot trust Marvel or Disney or Lucasfilm anymore. And a lot of parents are getting tired of it. I heard Chris Gore tell a story that when they were watching Strange World or whatever that LGBT propaganda movie was, the grooming movie, that every time there would be these weird ideals and they're just pushing gay, the parents would kind of talk over it and try to distract their children. Because 8 to 10-year-old kids, they don't need to be hearing about this stuff. They should be going there just to have fun, which is why the Super Mario Brothers movie is so amazing. Because you could take your kids there and they're just watching it like dun 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 dun. There is no agenda in here, whatever it is. But I wanted to talk about Brie Larson and her reaction to all of this. It is no secret. She is furious, absolutely furious, that this was supposed to be her movie. She was supposed to be the new Tony Stark. She was going to lead the Avengers. But Brie herself is so unlikable. Even if her character of Captain Marvel was epic, people still wouldn't go support her. That's the main reason I can't. Is because I know she is a volatile and toxic human being. Egomaniac, believes the world revolves around her, and thinks because she's a pretender that she can say whatever she wants. And you know what? You can say whatever you want. But you're going to reap the consequences. You're going to suffer them. She was really mad. But of course, we know Disney. The pressures from above them, diversity, representation, inclusion, all of this garbage that is killing cinema, this forced diversity. Just look at this poster. White man buried in the back because we know he's incompetent. And you have female. And they're going to push this female, inclusion, diversity, representation, female. And what do you think their attack tactics are going to be? We all know racism, sexism, as I've said before. But I want to reiterate again, Brie Larson was furious. I don't think she'll be back for a third movie. I don't. I think she's done. I think her ego will not allow her, because we know that if they're going to throw these two minority characters in here for diversity, inclusion, and representation, we know they are going to be at the forefront of the next film. I would predict a Kamala Khan, a hated character, a Monica Rambeau, a character no one really gives a shit about. We know why she's in there. We expect movies for them, because it's going to keep getting worse as the election draws nearer. And I think The Marvels is going to be yet another failure. Cheap CGI. You can see the remnants of whatever her name was. You know what? I don't even want to say her name. The woman who got fired, and rightfully so. Kathleen Kennedy should have been gone before her. But the activist lesbian minority who was in charge of CGI, which is why most of Marvel looked terrible. It is to the point now where fans hate Marvel. They don't look forward. Remember when you used to look forward to these trailers dropping? You wanted to know, oh my God, what's going to happen next? The anticipation for the Civil War movie was unreal. Now, we were all lied to about Captain Marvel, being told this is integral, this is an important part, you have to watch this for Endgame to make sense. That's the equivalent of telling us that we need to pay attention to Jean-Claude Van Damme's haircut in Hard Target for the movie to make any sense. It was a lie, and we could have just passed it up. So it made $1 billion because Marvel was in a frenzy. We were ready to eat it up. But that was the moment when things started to fall apart. I'm just a girl in the world. And you had that whole garbage of third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave feminism. Feminism has gotten so crazy that now men dressed like women, claiming to be women, are now feminists. This is how far we've gone, and Hollywood is going along with it. I told you they are going to be doubling and tripling down. They just need to figure out a way to push this message, to keep grooming kids. There are people who support this. And if you do, I don't have any respect for you whatsoever. If you support grooming children, I think this film is probably going to have some grooming moments in it. I believe that. When a She-Hulk director comes out and says she was just trying to make a sex-positive show to children, I will not be giving these people my money. They will not have my money. They cannot have my money. I will not support all of this garbage. The destruction of all previous heroes. It's like Game of Thrones. I can no longer go back and watch the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because I know where it's going to end up. I can't go back and watch Game of Thrones because I know where it's going to end up. There are so many shows I can no longer go back and watch because, again, we know where it's going to end up. And this is where we've ended up. This is the culmination of years of agenda-pushing failure. Kevin Feige arguing tooth and nail with Bob Iger, saying it's not important that we make so much money. We have to get out the message. We have to get the message out. Pretty sure the message is already out, and the message would have been out had you just cast these people. Had you just put them in the leading roles and not used it as marketing. Had you just done all of that, it would have been good enough. But unfortunately, you have set your causes back. You have set your agendas back decades because people are so tired of it, and you did it in such a toxic way that people are done. And this movie, it will make a little bit of money. People will be curious. We'll be told this is the big Phase 4 movie, even though Ant-Man Commie-Mania, Antifa-Man Commie-Mania was touted as being the biggest movie ever. It's going to launch Phase 4. Well, here we go. This is now going to be what launches Phase 4. I'm going to be blunt. Fuck this movie. I have no desire in seeing it. The trailer was garbage, just like the new Indiana Jones, just like everything else that is being pumped out by grooming Disney, woke Disney. So if you go support this movie, that's on you. I want to watch them die. Or I at least want to watch Kevin Feige get walked out of the door. It's not superhero fatigue, it's agenda fatigue. And Brie Larson, you will remain one of the worst human beings on the planet. As for you guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next one.
Why?